day, Dawns ARKS. Welcome everyone to your weekly Phantasy Star Online 2 podcast recorded live on May 9th, 2020. I'm one of your hosts, PrinceBrightstar, and with me is Zance. Say hello.
Hello there.
So a little bit of
I
a
don't know
quieter.
why I was being musical.
So a little bit of a quieter week this week, but we do still have some topics we need to talk about here today. But of course, before we get into,
probably going to be a short stream today.
Yep. But we do always want to start off with how our gaming week, or how our gaming week went, rather. So why don't you go ahead and start us off here, Zance?
And I've been going first past few weeks. You start.
Okay. So PSO2.
We'll be actually, Rooks. We'll be talking about the ESRB downgrade right after this here.
Yep. For my gaming week, it's been kind of interesting. PSO2, of course, still working towards getting titles. I am currently at 365 titles. Really starting to run out of the easy ones. I've got 3 classes I need to finish leveling up to 75. And then we start to go into the 10-level grinds for each of them in terms of getting those extra 4 skill points, which each class will also give you a title for getting that. I also got 4 of my alts leveled up to 50 now, so I'm able to take advantage of that as well.
That's an easy, like 2 million Meseta for each character.
Correct. And since I'm at 10 characters at this point, I mean, once I'm all done, that'll be basically 20 million easily each week, plus the Yerk stuff, plus, if I have time, going through the daily orders as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I still have my daily order backlog I need to get through.
Yep. And the other thing is, I finally saw a movie series this week, and this is gaming related. You'll know why in just a moment here. I saw a movie series that I've never really had the opportunity to see before, and it is the Wreck-It Ralph series. And it was kind of an interesting thing to see how Hollywood looks at how video games look in these days. I remember way back in the day, there was actually a cartoon I used to watch, Captain N, the Game Master. Kind of similar in that way. And then
N, the Game Master.
And
same game.
And then, of course, I would actually attribute this Wreck-It Ralph, though, a little bit closer to what Reboot was. If you ever saw that
Reboot
series,
was so good.
Yep. It's such a shame that the actor for Megabyte unfortunately passed away, and so they couldn't continue it on. And unfortunately, what Netflix did with their reboot of Reboot was just horrific.
Yeah. Also, back to like the Captain N, the chain smoking sounding Mega Man.
Mega I didn't think I was gonna hit that, to be honest.
Yeah, Reboot was the best. I've been thinking of rewatching that because I do like the joke about the about the music video for Money for Nothing.
Oh yeah, they did a takeoff on that where the same CG actors were up on stage and they just got tomatoes and everything thrown at them.
Yep. Well, that was the same people who worked on that. And they hated it, so that's why they made fun of it in Reboot.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
but that was also one of the few series I've ever seen go from sort of a day-to-day, every episode resets to starting towards the end of the end of season 2, actually having a continuous storyline.
I've seen some shows do that. Venture Time was another show that did something like that.
I've never actually had a chance to see that show. I should. But Wreck-It Ralph, kind of an interesting idea to see if digital characters weren't files, but they were actually real characters that had feelings and everything like that. That over time they would get a little bit jealous of how the hero in a game might be versus how quote unquote bad guy might be.
You might be bad guy, but that does not mean you are bad guy. Yep. The first movie was great. Second movie, no.
Yeah, second movie, it was almost like an offshoot of, what was it? Summer Wars and the Emoji Movie in a way.
Oh god. Yeah. Bringing up that piece of garbage.
Yeah.
That ARKS trash.
Yeah, not to mention, okay, we know that in the second movie that, okay, Felix said he was going to cover, but, you know, more than a day went by there, so how were they covering for Wreck-It Ralph being missing from the game?
Plot holes. Caring about the rules of the first movie? No, that doesn't matter. We gotta have characters acting completely not like themselves so that it drives the plot.
Yep. And then there was the whole song in the second movie. I was thinking, like, as soon as she was gonna start singing, I was gonna say, music doesn't fix your voice. But no, she actually did have a good song there. Well, somewhat good anyway.
Anyway.
But yeah, so that's basically been my gaming week. How about yours?
I've been playing Dragon Quest X. Do I understand any of it? Hell no. But I'm enjoying it. That's the thing. Like, the game's entirely in Japanese. So if I wanted to enjoy it, either I need to blindly stumble my way through it, which is kind of what I'm doing, or learn Japanese, which is also kind of what I'm doing. So,
if I remember correctly, that started out as a Wii exclusive.
Yes, it came out on the Wii. About 8 months later, it came out on the Wii U and Windows. And then came out on like a 3DS cloud version, and then PS4, and now Switch. Which, if I understood this correctly from reading the website, apparently if you buy the games, and all the versions on the Switch, Wii U, or the Windows version, then you can play through all the versions with just that license. So you don't need to buy like the Windows version and then buy the Switch version. They're both the same.
It's a little bit different. It's different from how Square Enix handles Final Fantasy XIV, that's for certain.
Yeah, where each platform is different. Windows, Mac, and PS4, they're different platforms. Which, by the way, the Mac version's garbage. Don't play it.
How far into it are you? Are you like max level? Or
I am not max level. Max level is like 112, and I'm only level 54.
Gotcha.
But I finished version 1 story, and I'm currently doing version 2, and it really helps having a website that, yeah, I'm using auto translate, so it's not perfect, but it works. So I've been using that to mostly help me stumble my way through a Japanese game. It's a shame that doesn't have a community that will translate the game as dedicated as PSO2 was. I don't know, maybe file structure is different or something.
It's possible. Plus, it's possible that Square Enix may not allow you to actually modify files in the game like that. I know that there was a way to at least swap music in Final Fantasy XIV up until some point in Heavensward, but beyond that, development on that thing stopped, I think.
Mm-hmm. And even then, like in 14, Yoshi P has stated, don't use third-party programs.
Yep.
That's not going to stop people from using ACT, though. Sorry. People like
to that same point, I believe PSO2 for the West has that same thing stated as well.
Yep, but people like their parsers. And when it comes to the PC version, I expect people to use parsers.
We'll see how all that plays out. Anything else in your gaming week?
In terms of PSO2, I just log in every day, do my dailies, and that's it. But I mostly haven't been playing much besides Dragon Quest X and Persona 5 Royal. I recently got that.
Nice.
But I've just been busy with finishing up schoolwork. I'm done after today, which is great.
Congratulations, then.
So I can focus on going through my backlog then and finishing up some projects I want to do. Because I want to do another Dragon Quest marathon and actually make structured videos. TTRPGs? Tactical role-playing games? I think that's what it is.
I've played the Shining Force series before, as well as Dragon Force as well on the Saturn.
Oh, tabletop.
RPGs.
Okay.
I played like 1 or 2 sessions of. It wasn't D&D. It was something else. It wasn't GURPS. It was. It's whatever that 3.5 one is. The name of it is slipping me right now, but it's kind of what 3.5 eventually expanded into because Wizards of the Coast put out that free license for it. Pathfinder, that's it. Thank you.
Okay. And then I don't do tabletop games. I've done some one-offs before, but other than that, no. It's just my schedule just doesn't give good times on getting together with people to do tabletop games.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing for me. I may have a regular job, but the hours can sometimes be really crazy with it. Since I'm technically a non-exempt worker.
Yep, and for me, I just make other plans with other people during times when others would like to do D&D. I'm already busy on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays because of Final Fantasy 14, so that automatically limits the nights that I'm available.
Yep.
Yeah, other than that, why don't we continue on to the topics that we have?
Indeed. So, first topic we have here today is for the login campaign.
Yes, they finally got rid of it being the useless half dolls.
Indeed. So, basically, if you log in each day, you're going to get yourself 2 casino coin passes now. And then if you log in for 3 days within the week, you're going to get an additional 5 casino coin passes.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, it hasn't passed. Yeah, it's just from May 5th to May 12th, which I've already logged in the 3 days, so I already got the passes.
Yep.
And I've already used passes because I have an addiction.
And for me, I'm just stockpiling them, just waiting to use them at some point whenever extra stuff comes out in the casino.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I just keep on stockpiling up the casino coins. And then get even more casino coins, because again, I have an addiction.
Yep. And then something else I wanted to bring up real quick is that earlier this week, as part of this week's mission pass goals that you could work towards, one of them was to collect 2,500 casino coins.
Oh yeah, and it was bugged with Blackniak.
Correct. Yeah. So
any
for the time
that you gained towards Blackniak, it didn't count towards the tier mission goal for some reason.
Correct. I haven't seen if there's been any changes related to that yet, but if you're experiencing that issue still, just go ahead and switch over to one of the other games. The Macetan shooter, I know, does work for a fact. I know that the roulette, little roulette. Say again?
Rapid slots counted, and the Arkuma slots counted.
Yep, so it was just the Blackniak that was bugged. So, yeah, just go with any of the other games, you'll be fine. Alright, and so with that, we also have a bunch of new Sratches as well, so let's start off with the fun Sratches here.
It's so much fun! I do that every time with the fun Scratch because they're so much fun.
Indeed. So, drawing a fun Scratch ticket offers a chance to obtain consumables, emotes, and furnishings. Let's take a look at the list we got here this week. So we got a medium edgy here. Classic swept back. spiral cheek makeup.
We got repeats of last week. We already talked about some of these.
Yep, we got the lion breastplate, so if you ever wanted to live out your Voltron thoughts there.
Oh, fun.
Let's see
He
here.
looks pretty decent.
Yep, we've also got some headdress accessories, which basically gives you wings on your head. No idea who would want that.
Some people like it. Oh, I have a pirate hat, so I'm fine. Yeah, I know my character on the stream shows the cap, but I took that picture a while ago. I now have a pirate hat.
Yep, and then then we also got some earrings here, some stickers, knee drills. If you go ahead.
Some tails, squirrel tails. Oh yeah, Morgan cosplay. That's it. That's what you can do with the bat wings.
That's true. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, the
thick
knee
eyebrows.
drills, the same with the origami hats.
And the masks here as well. Those look familiar as well.
Yep, those are the same as well.
And then we've also got some bathtubs.
The bash
Also-
set.
Yep. Also some new music this week. So you got the Beal Meduna, the Quartz Dragon, the Dragon X, the Bar Lotus, and the Brew Ringada battle themes. As well as the Desert Scenery Pass.
Which doesn't sell for much because it doesn't look that great.
Yeah. Even in the Alliance rooms, it really isn't that good of one. There are going to be some others coming up that should be much better.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you got your
Like,
typical personal quarter, personal shop, experience, Meseta,
And
boosters.
of course, emotes. The new one this week being angry.
Indeed. And these are going to stick around until May 12th, so that will be next week on Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time.
Yep. And also one thing that with the coming maintenance on Tuesday, I don't know if there is actually going to be a maintenance or not, because that is a topic we're going to be talking about. But
Indeed.
I wonder soon, because they are going to be revealing the next Urgent Quest schedule. I hope that during that time they do reveal the date of the PC release. Because yeah, they said that the PC is coming out late May. It's starting to creep up on mid-May, so tell us when in late May that the PC version is going to be out. I would like that.
Yep. I mean, we already kind of locked in our guess before, which was going to be the 26th to 27th maintenance, basically. But it's possible it could be the week before, but we'll have to see.
I just want to play. I'd much rather play on PC than Xbox. Personal preference.
I completely agree. I at this point, basically, my Xbox is scheduled to just go into my collection once PSO2 comes out on the PC.
Yep, I have Game Pass stuff I can still do on my Xbox at least. But that's basically it.
Yep. And along with a new fun scratch, we also got a new AC scratch as well. And so
1 week after the previous one came out, which is a bit sudden, because when it came to the AC scratches before, they were 2 weeks apart. So it's just personally, it's a bit sudden because I buy all the emotes. I don't do the AC scratch. I make sure to buy all of them. So I didn't have enough time to quickly get a stockpile of Meseta ready for this. I still got all but one emote still, so I'm on top of it.
Well, even though it's coming out quicker, I mean, it's possible that might be part of Sega's plan, though, to get us to parity with the Japanese version. They said they wanted to do it within this year.
Yeah, by the end of this year.
Yep. And they technically have like 7 years of AC scratches to go through.
Oh yeah.
But let's take a look at
let's take a look at this. But yeah, by parity of by the end of this year, that's going to be
Let me turn that down.
it's going to be
There we go.
interesting because you did mention how possibility of the JP servers transitioning to the Azure servers.
It's possible, and again, that's another topic that we'll have coming up here. But we do have the Ready Firearm emote.
Yes, I love that. I've seen some really cool pictures involving that.
And the Radiant Songstress.
Looks cute.
And then there's dance number 8.
Yeah, Dance 8 is okay. The male version is basically the robot.
Gotcha. And then you have the Lustrous Prince set here. Kind of nice. You've also got these spinning units there, which, if you wanted another mag, well, there you go.
Yep.
And this is the one everybody's using, the pole dance.
Oh, boy. I remember when that first came up in JP. Yeah, and good times, I'll say that.
And then you got some perky bunny ears, that shooting star. And here's the gift box emote.
Cute. Ooh.
And the sweet chocolate set.
Anime eyes.
Like I said last week, I'm still waiting for some sort of a bald look for my character.
Yep. And Scott the Waz made a sudden appearance on our podcast here. Oh my!
Well, that's YouTube being YouTube there.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't turn that thing off. But anyway, we've also got the dealer's suit and dealer's dress. So if you wanted to look like you belong in the casino, basically.
Yeah, which I do. I always do. Always in game though. I don't have a gambling addiction in real life because it's a waste of money. But in game, I go all in. Just pile the virtual money on.
Yep. And then you've also got some new cast parts as well here. The Dighu body and the Kortu as well here.
I like the female cast parts.
Yep.
Nice. I just like that little skirt thing for the legs.
You're talking about this down here.
Yeah. I like it. It looks nice. I think I'll get it on my female cast character. And of course, we got some accessories and hairstyles.
Yep. Oh yeah, Brooks, definitely much fairer than real life. That's for certain.
Casinos are fairer than real life. Yeah. That's another thing. Video game casinos are much more fair, so it gives that adrenaline rush much more often.
Yep. Plus, that's kind of how things have always been. I mean, way back in the day, if you didn't like what was happening in the casino, reset and reload your game.
Yep. Oh, I always did that in Dragon Quest VIII.
Let's see here. So, like you said, the anime eyes, wide highlighted eyes.
Animal paint.
Yep.
Well, we don't have the Beastmen from PSU, but if you get that outfit from the mission badges and then the animal paint, you can pretend you're one, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna start to see the furry community in here a little bit.
It's not going to be that strong. We do have the bushy tails, but that's it.
Let's see. You've also got some new gloves, some accessories like hats and ribbons, medic cap, mechanical pigtails.
I like the medic cap. You were playing as a Tector and you want to showcase to everyone that you are the support. You wear that cap.
Yep.
And yeah, the mechanical pigtails, it looks close to the Miko hair. Which
a little bit, yeah.
And to get that. You don't think you've seen some of these on the JP side? I know a good amount of these are on the JP side, but they haven't been like in Sratches for a long time, which is why we're getting some of these now.
Yep. I mean, I don't think we ever had like the Sonic suit over there though. So
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think so. I think the Sonic suit is just the thing that was in NA.
yeah, so it's possible we might be getting some NA exclusives here, and we're just not realizing it.
Well, we already know that we're going to be getting a 4th of July event, so
Data mined, but yeah,
data mined.
that's for certain.
Yeah, I got data mined that we're going to have a 4th of July event. So, hey, exclusive NA stuff. That's actually pretty cool. It gives people reason to play on the North American server.
Yep. And you've got these stream feathers, which you can take in either a white or a black, or a combination here.
Yeah, the combination there looks the coolest.
And then you've also got a gear pendant. Kind of an interesting one.
Yeah. And then, of course, all the normal consumables.
Yep, so your food devices for your mags, fix augments for anything that you're trying to build up there, and your elemental transitions. This time, of course, you got fire, wind, and light. Light, of course, is the one that you typically want to go for, unless you're going for a very specific build. And then, once again, here are your emotes. I don't think we saw... Oh, yeah, we did see Ready Fire. And then you do...
Yeah, we saw all the dances, all the emotes, actually, in this.
The only one that we didn't see...
PSO2 lore. That would be interesting. I guess it could be explained with episode 4 with Earth. It's celebrated in Las Vegas or something.
Possibly, which would actually put us kind of close on the timeline that we originally thought that content would be coming out.
Yeah, it would only make sense if they did it with episode 4 stuff, because that's where Earth takes place.
Yep. And then for drawing for doing 15 draws here, you do get one more emote, 253 pull out camera 2. So I don't know if that's the same camera that I've been using on the Japanese side for years or not, though.
There's only one way to find out, is just log on and see if it's the same number.
Yep. Alright, and then there's one more thing going on this week, and that is a Star Gem shop sale. And so over the next couple of days here, from the 8th until the 11th, there is a discounted set here. You get a simple bath towel outfit for all females. You get a towel blindfold accessory.
And this is episode 4 outfit.
Yep.
I don't know if I want to spoil it, because it is story related with episode 4. Yes, a bath towel outfit is story related. But there's a scene with the characters of episode 4 in a bathhouse. So,
indeed. Let's bring that up when we get to the ESRB thing, though.
Yeah, which makes it weird that they changed the rating from an M to a T, because episode 4 isn't out yet, and there's a scene in the very beginning with the naked boy.
Along with this set, you also get the 335 missile and the 268 flight mode. Cass, this is how you create a jet in the game.
Mm-hmm. Although for 500 SG, it's just, we don't have the best reliable ways of earning SG in game. The only ways that are consistent right now on NA is outfits.
Correct. Over on the Japanese side, you could be doing several things, including spending time in the casino. You can then convert your casino coins into star gems that way. You can be playing challenge mode, you can be playing battle mode, PvP. You could also be playing Idola Phantasy Star Saga. You can get some star gems that way as well.
Yep. And also it's like 1 star gem a day through S.
Yes. Yeah, PSO2S.
Yeah.
What I will say is with the alts that I've got currently, and with the outfits I have picked up, I am at least able to purchase this if I wanted to. But I think the other thing to correct, Brooks, we don't have bonus quests yet.
Yeah, we don't have them yet.
The
Doesn't
other
make
thing
sense for being a level 75 cap right now.
Yep. The other thing is, I don't recall ever seeing these in either the Fresh Find Shop or in any of the other Sratches North America has gotten yet. So I'm kind of wondering how they can say the original price is $760 when it's never even come out before to even have a discount.
True. Probably they have those prices for when they do put those on the Fresh Find Shop, but they're just putting them on the SG Shop right now. Or maybe they've had them in the SG Scratches on JP or in the Treasure Shop. I don't know.
Possibly, but I wish they would at least say here somewhere when the original release of these were, if we just missed them or something, because I don't remember ever seeing them before.
Yeah.
Or when they are scheduled.
I could look on Bumped to see. Maybe Bumped would have it, but I don't know.
But yeah, that pretty much wraps up all the site updates that we have for this week, in terms of the emotes and everything else like that. So let's move back over to the main scene at this point here, and let's kind of get into the. Say again?
Yeah, bring the site back up. Just scroll down, and we can talk about it. Talk about the big thing.
Oh, you want to get into that first, then?
Yeah, I want to get into that first. There it is. There it is. So, the game went down from an M rating to a teen rating.
Yep. That is very interesting, and I've seen speculation that maybe it had something to do with the fact that the Zero rating, which is the organization that handles ratings in Japan, has delayed their decision for PSO2 being bumped up to a 0D rating from a 0C rating. However, as far as I can tell, there's no actual direct relationship between the ESRB and Zero.
Yeah, they are technically the same thing. That they're a ratings board. The Zero is just the video games rating board in Japan. So it originally was a C rating in Japan, which equivalent in the US is a teen rating. So the D rating in the Zero is equivalent to M. It was going to be rated up to the D rating, but it got delayed because of current situations going on. Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, they can't even meet right now.
Yeah. So it's just interesting. I wouldn't say it's worrying. I'm just finding it interesting because, again, there's episode 4 where during the first couple of cutscenes you have a naked boy. It's just, I don't know. Like, you don't see any explicit things with it, and also the bathhouse scene, but with I don't know, it just seems interesting. But it kept that C rating, the C Zero rating, even during episode 4.
Yep.
So I guess it's probably going to keep the teen rating or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and the other thing is that the word blood got removed from this as well.
Oh yeah, that was originally in it. There's really not much blood at all in this game.
There is that one scene in episode 4 where kind of the main character of episode 4 gets stabbed, but...
Yeah, and again, it's going back to talking about episode 4. Oh boy, yeah, episode 4 is probably going to bring the rating back up to an M. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
It's really going to depend upon if Sega's going to have to resubmit the game or not to be rated again.
Oh yeah, because that costs money.
Yeah, Rooks, I would agree with you there. That's definitely a factor in this, but at the same time, you're getting outfits in the game through the AC scratch that are very, very
Suggestive.
agreed. Although it does say here suggestive themes under the T rating.
I don't know then. It's just interesting to speculate about this kind of stuff.
Yep. Yeah, it's such a strange thing when the game had already been rated M to begin with. And now,
because that's an interesting thing. I've never seen a game just get re-rated like that before. What was it? There were 2 games that got re-rated.
GTA was one of them because of the hot coffee
San
mod.
Andreas, GTA San Andreas because of hot coffee, and Morrowind. I think it was Elder Scrolls Morrowind.
Yeah, and then I think there was one game that tried to get a rating that was underneath an M rating. I think it might have been a Nintendo game at one point. But the name of it is slipping my mind. But yeah, it's definitely possible for a game to get re-rated when...
It just rarely happens.
Agreed. I mean, don't even get me started about how crazy this system was bad back before the ESRB happened, where Sega was doing its own thing.
Oh, geez. Sorry about that. I forgot to silence my phone.
Don't worry. Let's see.
Maybe ESRB is going lax. Maybe. There was a lot of scrutiny with them involving the label of having microtransactions because they just have in-game purchases.
Yep. That was definitely a thing, and kind of unrelated, but still news, is that Battlefront 2, which had that in mass, is basically being shut down now.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Battlefront 2 and Battlefield 5. The developers are just done with it.
Yep.
Think
Cyberpunk.
That has an M rating, right?
I thought that was getting an adult rating because you could modify the genitals.
Wait, what?
You hear about that?
I haven't been keeping up with the news about this game. You can modify your genitals. What?
Your discretion advised. I always put that at the front of the show.
You did say that. You do have that on the show here. That game should be AO, but somehow is M. Huh. Well, I do know of some other games, like Saints Row comes to mind, where you do have a boob and crotch slider. So, I don't know.
You kind of have that in PSO2 as well, though.
Oh yeah, you have the boob slider.
Yep. And the butt slider and everything else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing that this game has gone down to teen with everything that you can do in this game.
It is interesting. Wait, Cyberpunk has full nudity. Oh my. Huh. Well, again, if it doesn't show the axe, then I guess it's fine. Because some other games have the M rating but have nudity in them. The Witcher 3 comes to mind.
Yeah, and the really strange thing about all this is if you go over to the ESRB website right now, they don't even have a listing for PSO2.
Really?
Yeah, so it's really strange, everything that's going on. So it's like, is this even really what the rating is right now? That's the real question. Was it ever rated an M? Was it ever rated teen? Because they're supposed to post that stuff on their website, or else Congress comes in and gets control over things.
Huh. Weird. It shows the axe. Oh, jeez. Yeah, how does it have an M rating then? That's weird. Everything about the ESRB is weird. Ever since it was made. Because it was all made due to, I believe it was Congress just trying to If I remember correctly, it was Mortal Kombat Night Trap, which Night Trap should not have been included as part of it. That game's not terrible at all. It's bad. It's a terrible game, but it's not like so terrible it should have been banned or something like that. And then there was like this Capcom shooter, if I remember correctly.
I can't remember the Capcom one, to be honest, but I was aware of Mortal Kombat and Night Trap.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat's the one that everyone knows about.
Yep.
But yeah, it's what led to the formation of the ESRB so that the government wouldn't be involved with censoring of video games.
Yep. Things have definitely gotten lax in more recent years, but I think that also comes with how cultures have changed over time as well.
Changing times. You still have the United States with being very prudish on nudity stuff, where the Japanese is more lax. But again, it's just changing of cultures over time. The culture of the United States back in the 90s is much different than how it is today.
Oh yeah. You see a lot of shows these days put out by major networks, and there's definitely some nudity going on, regardless of how it was back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Back in the 90s, I was in a... I'm sorry, every time I hear Back in the 90s, I think of the BoJack Horseman theme song.
That's not one I've checked out yet.
I recommend it. It's a good show.
Alright.
Anyway, we're going off topic here.
Yeah, so let's get back on topic here with our last topic for today then.
Yeah, that just kind of happens. We talk about ESRB stuff, and now we're suddenly talking about BoJack Horseman.
All right, so what was going to be our fourth topic, but now is going to be our last topic today, Azure Stability. So something that I've noticed over the past several weeks here is actually we've managed to go now 3 weeks without a maintenance.
Which is weird. Because on JP's side, they have a maintenance bi-weekly. Right?
I think it's actually weekly. I think for the moment it's bi-weekly.
Huh.
And it was largely... that's kind of how it's always been over there. It was always, at least for me, Tuesday starting at around 9 p.m. Eastern time, that the servers would come down, and they would be back up by like 4 a.m. or so.
Yeah, usually it's like 5 to 7 hours.
Yep, but here on Azure with the North American servers, we've gone 3 weeks now without a server reset, which I think really speaks volumes to just how stable the Azure platform is. And this is actually a win that Microsoft needed in order to prove that their Azure platform was actually a good thing for gaming.
Yeah, because 3 weeks now and no maintenance needed, especially with releasing content. They didn't need to do a maintenance to release the mining-based defense.
Correct. And I think the way that they did it was they had it queued in the system because that content's already been developed anyway. So all they had to do was just flip the switch and set a date for it for when those urgent requests were going to start popping, and off it goes.
Interesting. And it does give more, it's just showing the sign of the times of you don't have to do maintenance on a server every single week to make sure that everything stays stable. Because if you let the server go on for too long without a maintenance, it starts becoming unstable, and bugs and connection issues start to happen constantly. That's why weekly or bi-weekly maintenance for servers always happen.
Yep. And then for PSO2 also, with the introduction of Idola Phantasy Star Saga, every single week, you would, based on how much you played Idola, you would obtain Idola points in PSO2 as well, which you could put towards Star Gems and different music tracks and things like that.
It's just a shame that I don't play mobile games.
If you did, you'd be able to get access to one of the more powerful food items without having to actually go to a food shop in Japan.
Oh yeah, true.
I think that gives you like 200 attack or something like that.
I still don't like mobile games though. Like it just benefits in one free-to-play game that doesn't have a lot of predatory things. By playing a free-to-play game that does have a lot of predatory things that I can't even understand the language, not that interested. But that's just me.
Yep. But this also potentially means, based on how things have ended up here on Azure, here in the West, it's possible what we might be seeing coming with the Japanese version is a shift over to Azure for them as well.
Yep, because they did mention a major update coming in late 2020, which is not episode 7. It's post-episode 6 content. So, it's going to be interesting to see what it is. It might be brand new content, it might be graphics overhaul, or, like you said, the transition to the Azure servers.
It's the right time to do a major network overhaul, as well as to clean up the game. Because basically they've had the same base game for 8 years now, and they basically they need to do something in terms of what they're going to do in order to get access to the extra resources they're going to have access to now. Because one, you're not going to have to worry about Vita limitations anymore, and two, they've also got a good opportunity to get everybody off of the 32-bit platform as well now.
Because the 64-bit platform is much more powerful and allows for a lot better things. It's what Final Fantasy XIV did, and now they have the current raid fights, which are lagging my computer.
Yep, everybody was asking, okay, what are we going to get for getting rid of the 32-bit platform? And then everybody reached that last area in the Shadowbringer's final dungeon, and everybody was like, okay!
Yep, that's what you get for dropping the 32-bit. You get much better graphics and much more flashy effects.
Imagine seeing the end of a world. That's basically what's going on beneath your feet there.
Yep, it's just amazing. So it's going to be interesting to see what the major update's going to be at the end of 2020. And I would like to see a graphics overhaul, because just making the game look even better since it's not being constricted by the Vita anymore.
Yep. I would love to see the areas that we're all in kind of expand out, even to even bigger areas. I'd love to see Las Vegas was held back immensely by the Vita.
If we can get Las Vegas to the point where the developers wanted it to be back with episode 4, that would just be fantastic.
Yep. And yeah, spoilers, but yeah, Las Vegas and
Tokyo.
Spoilers,
you go to Las Vegas in episode 4. Same with Tokyo.
Yep.
It's called Episode Earth for a reason.
Yep. But yeah, it's only a matter of time now. We'll see how all this plays out, if they're going to make the switch. But bringing everything to Azure, that would also be the way to make universal ships as well.
Oh yeah, universal ships would be interesting.
Yep.
Like combining both the North American and Japanese servers, that would be very weird.
They might not do that immediately. We might get like the PvP and the challenge blocks first, like that.
Oh my god, like combination PvP and challenge blocks with JP people. Oh my! I wonder how the normal JP players would feel with Gaijins constantly invading the challenge and battle blocks.
They'd probably wonder how they can get the emotes that we have exclusivity to.
That'd be interesting.
Yep.
But again, that's all just speculation. We don't know if there is going to be like a combination server between JP and NA, or they're just going to stay separate. We don't know.
It at least seems like it's headed that way with how much they're hyping up the transition here.
Yeah, that is true. the major update at the end of 2020. And then again, with the being in parity with JP by the end of 2020, it just matches up too well.
Yep. And plus, North America really doesn't need that much development at this point, aside from, dropping in the new voice actor lines. Everything else is developed at this point.
Localization. Like translating all the text and putting all the text in the game.
Yeah, and there are some points where the text still needs some work. It's possible the current situation of the world is holding that back somewhat. We really don't know, but at least in terms of content being released, we can more than likely expect everything is going to arrive on time as scheduled, up until the point where we reach parity with the Japanese servers, and then we'll be waiting the same amount of time they are for their content, where it's like every 2 to 4 weeks there's new content.
Yep, that would be interesting, because I don't know. I had a thought and then I lost it.
Well, maybe you can think of it for next time. But was there anything else you wanted to bring up today?
Prince still has a Japanese line on the English dialogue for some reason. Like, once you finish the collection file, she still says, "Ii desu ne."
Yep.
But where's the English line there?
"Ii desu ne." Yep. I have noticed that one as well.
But that's the only thing I've noticed so far with that. Everything else has the proper English voices if you have it set to English. Speaking of which, if they do the combination of the two servers, or basically like you have the shared ships where it interacts with both JP and NA, could it be possible that they, on the JP client, they have an option for English, like they incorporate the English option on the JP client?
They do, on the original launcher.
Wait, what?
They've had one on there for a long time.
Really?
Yeah, so not using the ARKS layer launcher, but the original launcher for the game. The one that would wipe out your English text if you launched it using that.
Wow.
There is an English option in there, or at least there was the last time I checked, which was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay. Also, it's snowing outside. What the hell's going on? Hell's frozen over right now. The world is ending. There is snow right outside my room.
I think that's just the polar vortex.
I think so. Like, there's a cold front that's going up through the northeast. But it's May, and it's snowing. What?
I'll admit it's been cold here as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I have to say for now then.
Alright, and so that brings us to the end of this episode. On behalf of Xance and myself, thank you for joining us today. Day has dawned. Have a great day, everyone.
See ya.